Hi, welcome to the Vaguely Anime Podcast. I am one of the hosts today, Michael, with Sage,
Sup?
Kat.
Hi.
and Kieran.
What's up?
And welcome to episode 56. And Sage is dying.
I'm so sorry.
Nice.
It went down
Great
the wrong
start.
pipe. Sorry, guys.
Good.
Great start.
Yeah.
How's dying?
It was interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want to just commit to the bit and just...
And actually die? Yeah. Fucking.
We might get some views for that.
Fucking just take me out.
I think that's against community guidelines.
Really? To die like on camera?
Yeah, but like if it goes up and it's there for like a short amount of time, you know? Like
Yeah. You do like a quick
Yeah.
flash and then cut away.
Yeah.
You cut away to like another day where I'm not there, and you can be like, "Well,
You cut away
Sage
the
is
ambulance
no longer on
pulling
the
up.
podcast."
Yeah, you pull away the ambulance pulling up and like them loading a lifeless corpse of Sage in.
That's
And
then
still
what-
definitely
you see
community
me in
guidelines.
the background being like, wait, she's wearing my shirt though. Can I get it back? And they're
Yeah.
like,
Can I get my shirt back, please?
they just look at me like, what the fuck's wrong with you? They drive off. I'm just
Wait,
like,
but
damn it, my
if
shirt.
I'm dead, would they put me in an ambulance? I guess how
I mean,
else are
someone's
they
got
gonna...
to bring you somewhere, and I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
What? They're not just
Call an
gonna...
Uber.
Call an
Call
Uber?
an Uber.
Who's
Who's gonna pay for an ambulance? Not
Yeah,
one
that-
person
that-
in here is
wait,
going
yeah,
to.
so if you're
It's not us.
If,
It'd be her.
if you're deceased and you're in the ambulance, like who pays for the ambulance?
Your-
Your husband.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, Mark. It's like
Yeah.
$2,000 fucking dollars right there.
I think it's like 4,000.
Yeah.
No,
think it's
here
way
I
more.
think it's $2,000.
Yeah?
Because the
Co-
one time
yeah.
I was in an ambulance, our bill was $2,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, call an Uber and just be like, hi, yeah, just
Yeah,
put
just-
this in the
No,
hospital. Bring
no,
this to the
no.
hospital.
She's not dead.
Just
She's
shove
just
me in there.
unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just had too much to drink.
Send her to her husband, or just throw her in a ditch somewhere. One of those two.
Yeah,
your
whatever.
choice. No. Just as he's driving down the highway, just
Oh,
Ugh.
wee.
yeah.
I feel
Flop
like
out.
there's not a like good median
Highway around
areas
here?
like around here for that.
just to throw in a ditch.
Yeah, because there's not enough like ditch areas. You know, you have to go. I feel like you got to go further north.
I guess that's fair.
You know what I mean?
He just
'Cause-
he drives like 3 hours upstate just to ditch the body.
Yeah.
Could have driven you to a hospital, but fuck that.
yeah.
He wanted the story.
Bye.
He wanted the story. Could have went to a hospital. Was like, nah. See, these random kids just like threw a body into my car, and they were like, yeah, just
All right, bye.
bye. And so I was like, this is my chance.
This is my chance.
Drives
This
3
is my
hours
chance
upstate.
to do what?
Pushes the
Get
body
arrested.
out of the car
Yeah.
and leaves.
To be included with
unlawful
other people
tampering
getting
of
arrested.
of a
Yeah.
deceased body.
Yeah, but like, who's gonna ask questions?
I
This
guess
is
that's
a
fair.
weird bit.
I feel like Uber might not be too thrilled.
Yeah, Lyft's probably more accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh no, you got to get one of those like shady shade taxis.
like the international taxis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they're like, "We'll take you anywhere, flat rate to the airports."
What is an international taxi?
That's just what the company's
It's just what they're called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's like basically
'Cause
like
that really implies that they will
minivans.
taxi you internationally.
I mean, maybe they'll take
They
you
could
to
go to
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, I
they
mean
could take you to
Canada,
Canada.
Or
you know,
Mexico.
there's half of a hemisphere that they can take you to.
They'll take you all the way to Argentina if you pay
But
for
it's
it.
like, yeah, could you drive me to Kenya? They're like,
Kenya. Yeah, put the car on a freight and
yeah.
boat to Kenya, and then you unload, and then you're in Kenya.
just get to spend
But
a good like.
but you got to stay
20
on
plus
in the car
hours.
the whole ride.
You gotta sit there in the car in the freight the entire
in
time.
a shipping
just-
container.
Yeah,
Yeah.
listening to like music you don't want to be listening to with small talk you don't want to be having.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah. And,
How
like,
long would that take?
Probably a bit. I
Like,
guess I
how
could
long
find
of
out
a
how long
boat ride is
freight-
it from here to Kenya?
Couple days.
Yeah, a couple days.
Yeah, that feels right.
They're faster than what sailboats were.
3 months
Yeah.
out in the sea.
Oh, that's a short time. That's 3 months.
Yeah,
I
that,
think Europe to, North America was like a few years.
really?
I think so.
No.
Depending
Yeah.
on which part of Africa, 23 to 28 days.
See,
Cool.
even now, it's 23
In
to
a
28
boat?
days. Yeah.
Apparently.
Boats are not
But
fast.
you could take a cruise that's faster than that.
Not to Kenya.
Yeah,
Yeah?
probably not to Kenya.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, also
Yes.
you have to
No.
think about like
All
a
right.
freight. I feel like would have way more weight on it than
Also,
than a
what
cruise.
cruises go to Africa?
Like
They
probably
have 'em.
Madagascar or like South Africa.
cruise from New York to Africa.
Sure.
You're doing great. What are
I-
the destinations?
There are Kenya cruises.
But like, you're
the fuck
already
is
there, or from here to Kenya?
Cruises that visit Africa.
Right, but from where?
I'm not done reading, Michael. Can you wait?
Yeah, you gotta let her read, man.
Just
No.
gotta do the research first, all
Yeah.
right?
It's
Jeez.
not. It's not like you just open an article, just says what it is, and then you can
Bam.
just go back.
That's
all
what-
in the
That's what
headline.
Yeah.
we need, though.
That is what we need.
Could you imagine being on a cruise for a 140 night cruise?
What?
No, fuck that.
It goes to like a million places
Fuck
though, so
that.
that must be cool.
Where
But
does
how
it start?
expensive
I've
is
been on
that?
two-
Yeah, where does it
Miami.
start? Oh,
Starts
Miami.
in Miami.
I've been
Yeah.
on two
So
cruises
I
in my
guess
life,
it's
and I hated
140
them.
days.
But I feel like,
Oh, it's a lot faster to get to Kenya.
but I feel
on a
like
cruise.
It ends in Barcelona.
New York
Wait,
to
so
New
then
York
you
to
have
Africa
to fly
cruise.
from Barcelona back
So they
home.
Yeah.
spend the first 28 days going to Africa. Then you spend the rest of the time going up.
Okay,
Yeah.
so a New York to Africa cruise is 23-day voyage to South Africa and is about $2,000 per person.
And
Yeah.
the last day,
Starts
the
at
last
2000.
day you get to Africa, and they call that an African cruise.
Probably, yeah.
Like the whole point is it's
Yeah,
supposed to
but
bring
then
you
you're
to like
just-
Yeah, but
different
then you're
areas.
just drinking the entire 20.
but
But
really,
also,
like,
I
the
don't know why you
cruise-
would want to be on a boat with literally anybody for 144 days.
What if you go by yourself?
Well, I mean, the
No, you're still with other people.
have-
It's not like a cruise for one.
they have
but you
cruise
go-
activities like
You could go
like,
to your
on the
room whenever
boat.
you
yeah,
want,
I'm sure
be
it
by
stops.
yourself.
It stops at different places, so you're not.
I know,
I
but
mean-
it just sounds.
But regardless, like, I've been on a
being out in
cruise-
the open water for that long. Like I think I might actually lose.
Yeah, but
my
there's
mind.
a lot of people that like
a
being
lot
on
of people
boats.
do.
Yeah.
A lot. I love being
Oh.
on like a boat that like I can drive kind of thing. But like,
well, you can't do that on a cruise.
I know that's what I was getting. at.
Sir, I do enjoy driving
Where-
boats. Can I
Yeah,
drive?
but
the
like,
cruise?
because I've been on cruises for I think the longest one I was on was like a week and a half, and that shit sucks, especially if you don't drink, because then you're just surrounded by mostly
Like,
belligerent drunk people.
And they're all like middle aged.
yeah, and or like really little kids,
Right.
and then you're just there like.
I fucking
I
hate
have
my life.
yeah, like you have nothing to do. Like even if their cruise has some shit, it's usually stuff that is like majorly by the people that are drunk going there or the children. So like you don't really have anything to do, and unless you're drunk, so it's just like.
So you
sucks.
stopped your own fun.
Yeah, I guess.
Just drink.
My,
I don't know.
my grandma has been on a lot of cruises. She says they're nice, but one time she went on a cruise around Europe, and her and my aunt went together, and they stopped in like a little town, and they're walking around, and they didn't know when the boat was leaving, and so they're just like la-di-da-di-da wandering around this town.
Oh my god.
And they like check the time and they're like, huh, I wonder if the boat's leaving soon. So they decided just to like take a stroll down to the dock to see if it was still there. And they're literally like putting the thing up, being like, see you later, alligator. And they were like, oh, fuck.
Did they get back on?
Yeah, they got back on.
No, they're still there.
Yeah, they're still there.
This
They live
day.
there now.
Yeah, it's been like 10 years.
Yeah.
We haven't seen my grandma. She just lives out there. Her and Doug have a long distance relationship.
Just give up. Like, like, all right, I live here now. I'll figure it
Like
out.
I can kind of understand like people that do like European like river cruises kind of thing. Like I can kind of get that, but I just like I'd rather fly to wherever the fuck the cruise is going and spend all the days I could be doing ship things at the actual place. Like I don't need to be on a ship where I can like gamble and whatnot
Right.
for 2 weeks, where I could just go to the Caribbean and gamble there
But-
for 2 weeks.
It's cheaper.
It is cheaper.
So that's like also the whole point is it's like if you want to do that, but you can't just like afford to like be there for the full 2 weeks, you do like the cruise.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I mean, I have an aunt and uncle that
Because
do
what's
like
like 1 day stops each place, usually?
It depends on what the
It
cruise
depends.
is. Sometimes you have in between. When I was on my Alaska cruise, it was for the most part like one stop a day. But then I think we had 2 days that were just like out to sea days. So depends.
yeah. I have an aunt and uncle that do like multiple cruises a year. Like they fucking love
Yeah,
it
there's
and
like,
just,
It's
fun.
like
really
that-
passionate
like
cruise
they're
people.
like versions
Yeah,
of like
they really are.
vacation.
Yeah, like that they only
Instead
take
of going
cruises.
to like a hotel or something, you take
They,
a cruise.
mhm.
Never been on a cruise.
Yeah, me neither.
Not
I got
worth
so
it.
sick on the Alaska cruise because
That's your opinion.
It is. My opinion's right.
I get really motion sickness
So you decided to stay on a giant fucking boat
Every
for
time
2
I've
weeks?
been on a boat, I have not had motion sickness. It was not one of the things that gave me that. And I went on a cruise when I was like 10 and I didn't get motion sickness. And I still used to get sick as a child too. Like, it's not like I developed this
Right.
newly. So like I didn't really think about it. And then I was on it and I was like,
Was
well,
it just like
shit.
particularly rough? Or
yeah, I had Googled it, and it's like one of the roughest like pathways, like certain crews are. It's
Oh.
like on a ranked list of like roughest like boat rides or things. So I got these like, there's these weird like sweatbands things that's got a ball on it that you like find like a pressure point.
Oh, they're supposed to like calm you, right?
Yeah, and like make you not sick. I don't think it worked, but
Yeah, those things usually never
in
work.
their directions, it was literally like, if you put it in the wrong place, it's not going to work directly. So they could be like, it's your fault if this doesn't
Yeah.
work, not us. Thanks for buying
Yeah,
our
you
$20
gotta- you
Fun
product.
gotta-
fact, doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yes.
It's all bullshit.
Yeah, but there was people that
the
I
eyeglasses
met.
work.
The stupid glasses.
Yeah,
I've
those
seen
things work.
Yeah.
What are those?
They're like
There's like liquid in it, right?
yeah. So there's like liquid, and they also kind of look like on the outer rims.
They
They
kinda
look
look
like shitty like X-ray goggles. Like they have the fucking like multiple lines that are like
Mm-hmm.
swirling in, and it's just to help your vision. So like I guess it doesn't. I don't know. It helps you balance it out if you're driving. It's for people with
But
driving.
would the
Yeah.
liquid
No, you could do
not
it.
make
You
it,
could just
I
wear
guess
it in
you
the
can do
car.
anything, yeah.
Yeah.
would
but,
the
like-
liquid not make it weird?
No, something about it like makes you feel like level or something that makes you not something.
Yeah, that's a different thing. That's adjusting one of the senses.
Oh, I guess
That
that's-
one is the ball.
Pressure
It's like
points,
that's
yeah.
a pressure point. That's bullshit.
Mm.
It's the same thing as people that get like the magnetic bracelets. Like it's supposed to help you balance, and it's like
oh yeah, I remember
it
when
helps
that
your
was
energy
huge.
flow.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just spent like
Like,
a
that's
fucking
so
$100 on
stupid.
a stupid ass bracelet.
It's a magnet.
Yeah.
Well, it's also the same with like blue light glasses, right?
Yeah.
Or it's like
Blue light glasses don't do anything.
Well, if you buy like the actual like
no,
ones that are
statistically,
like
there
really?
is no there is no scientific backing of it.
But my eye doctor.
No,
I didn't buy
there
it.
is no
'cause
there
I was
is
too
no
poor. But
there is no actual scientific studies that show that blue light glasses actually help anything.
wow, glad I didn't buy it.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, I know, like, cause I bought like a cheap pair when I started working from home, and I was
Yeah, so
like
did
just
I.
staring at my computer.
I thought it
all day.
worked.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, they seem like they're doing all right.
It's like
But
placebo.
yeah, placebo. I
Yeah.
guess because
But-
I mentioned it to Kieran, he was like, "There's
Yeah, there is
no
But-
backing
there is
for
no
that."
If placebo works, placebo works.
It's true.
It's working for you. So like,
Yeah,
why
placebo
not?
is 100% a real like medical like
Pig.
thing.
Yeah,
like
I
yeah,
mean,
like you gotta
doctors
like
do use
yeah,
placebos.
100%. Like they do it in the military a lot. Like people start like complaining of certain things. They'll just be like, "Oh, hey, like here, take this. It'll solve your problem." And it's just like aspirin. And they'll be like, "Oh, like my anxiety's gone." And it's like, "All right, cool, moving on. Good for
It
you."
only does
That's
not
so
work
fun.
for people who are pessimistic or
Yeah.
cynical. So placebos don't work for me.
Yeah. But
'Cause
yeah,
I doubt it's gonna work to begin with.
but like placebos are 100% like
Even if it's the real medication,
good
you're
idea.
like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
fake.
It's just fake.
No, that is exactly what it is. Because I take meds, and when I first got them, I was like, nah, it's just gonna be the same as the last ones, which were wrong. So it's like, at some point it just started working, and I was like, no, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's valid.
All right, this isn't a sugar pill. Thanks, Doc.
I never
Yeah.
got to that point with my ADHD meds. I was always like, these don't do shit, and I was taking them for like years. I was like, fuck this.
It's probably the wrong dosage.
I went through so many dosages, all over the place. I was like, that was why for a while I was like,
A lot of meds.
yeah, like ungodly skinny for a really long period of time. And then I gained a bunch of weight for like a period of time because I was like retaining water weight. And then
Hey, Michael, a figure just got here.
Unboxing.
and then like, you know, just like I went through a bunch of different dosages and like meds and stuff. And it just none of it ever felt like there were like maybe I felt like a handful of times where I was like, I can actually pay attention. Cool. And then it was gone the next day. And I'd be like,
It was probably
"Alright,
you
fuck this shit.
just being able to pay attention on
Yeah,
your
that's
own.
what I always thought. I was like,
Yeah.
I think this is just more me than anything else.
Yeah.
So I was just like, fuck it. I don't need these.
Also, side note, that delivery guy absolutely just tossed it onto the ground.
You
Yeah.
just
He
watched
did not.
him do that?
He did not like place it down. I literally just watched him go.
Anyway, I have the box now.
Ooh,
Okay.
open the box.
Yay!
Happy birthday,
Gwyneth
Mike.
Paltrow.
Happy birthday, Mike.
What is in the box?
This
Happy
is
birthday, Mike, from 6 weeks ago.
Oh boy. Yeah. I already knew what it was because I challenged Kieran by accident.
Wait, I don't.
Not
I-
even
Can
by
I just see it real
accident.
quick?
Yeah, yeah.
you can't
Wait.
see because it's just a glare.
That's fair.
Yeah. Like, can I just say,
I'll take it out.
I don't do like,
That's cute though.
I don't do
Slightly
surprise
degenerate.
like gift shopping.
But it's that one show you like.
The one show.
The one show. I only
Yeah.
like one show.
Yeah,
Yep.
Mike's only ever watched one anime in his life.
It's true.
Contrary to everything we've said.
He's
Yeah.
been faking it the
Yeah,
whole time.
it's
Spark
like-
noting. And
Can I borrow your
just
keys?
talking about it, yeah.
I didn't realize there was
Even though
also
I
gonna
have
be
like
tape
a
on this.
million fucking things on it, so it's loud.
That was so loud, I'm sure.
Nah,
Clang, clang, clang.
nah, it wasn't
yeah.
that loud.
But yeah, so there's nothing on here I can use.
Yeah,
Use
open
the
it.
Keyblade.
Yeah, you can use my
Okay,
keyblade.
it's not. Oh,
You're doing great.
But yeah, so Kieran, as he said, does not do like
I don't do surprise gifts.
yeah. So he just asked me what I wanted, and I didn't have an answer for him because I never know what I want either. And so at some point, he was asking me what my favorite show
Yeah.
was
Uh huh.
or anime was, and I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, Gurren Lagann, like Devil's a Part Timer, and he was like, all right, so like, and I was like, are you just
Gurren,
getting me a figure?
yeah.
And he was like, 100% I am. So I was going through Crunchyroll to find anything that I was like thought it was interesting. So then it was between the Yoko figure that I ended up buying anyway, or
The ugly one.
get sure I don't know
Wait, yeah, wait, show me.
the pop-up one, not the bunny one.
I don't know what it looks like.
Not the bunny one.
And
the
and
bunny
like
one's not even that nice. There's like
Yeah,
much
yeah.
better bunny figures.
again, I'm not spending that much money on a bunny figure anyway.
You
But
should.
so
No, you shouldn't.
You should.
No.
So he was I was like going through things, and it was between that and like a Broly, just because I don't know, it looked cool.
Funsies?
Yeah, and because I wouldn't buy it myself, but if someone was gonna get it for me, I was like, all right, whatever. And then I was like, oh hey, the Momo one. I would never get this, too degenerate. And he was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, you fucking buy it. And he was like, is that a challenge?
No, that is not what he said.
Is that not what happened?
No.
I don't remember what happened.
What happened was you
Oh,
did
God.
say it's like, oh look, there's a Momo like swimsuit one, and I was like, do you want that one instead? And he's like, you wouldn't buy that anyway. And I was
that's
like,
what happened.
that's a challenge. It's like,
And then I was hoping he
which
wouldn't.
also definitely means he wanted it. Like you wouldn't buy that.
Yeah, he wanted to put the
wanted it.
blame on you.
Yeah.
That you're the one.
Yeah,
you
it's
did this.
my fault.
Yeah.
I would never have bought this myself.
So my Dark Magician Girl figurine is the same company, the pop-up, and I have it in my bookcase at home. And I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was telling Mark, "This is Dark Magician Girl. That's my figurine." And Yugi played Magical Hats. He's like, "But what if there's 3 more under there?" I said, "No, he only plays one of every card in his deck." Because I keep trying to.
He also cheats.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody fucking cheats.
Except for Joey. Joey does
Except
not
for
cheat.
Joey. It's
That's
true.
why Joey's the best.
Oh my
He's
God.
the best duelist.
Everybody cheats, and that's why that show sucks.
I love it.
And so does the game.
I love it so much.
And anything
Uh,
and everything
About Yu-Gi-Oh.
about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Except for the version where they straight up murder people.
No, even that one.
Season 0.
Yeah. Well, that and because it's that and Pokemon. Or like the Pokemon mangas is like.
Oh
fucking
yeah,
Pokemon
the Pokemon.
Adventure.
shit.
Yeah, the Pokemon mangas are pretty brutal
Yeah.
as well.
Pokemon Adventure manga.
Yeah, those are good.
Big fan.
I
There's a lot of
weirdly
detail in her
only-
stomach.
black
Really
and white.
toned.
I weirdly only have the 2nd and 3rd volume of that.
Oh yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Pass her along.
Okay.
Wait,
Wow.
there is,
So,
there is a
that's
lot
only
of
gonna be
detail
2
in her
more.
Right?
stomach.
I
She's
don't know.
really
you guys can show it
toned.
on your end because I think it's less blown out on your end.
She's like fucking shredded. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got the gutters.
I hate that.
That might be the
As you
worst thing I
should.
ever heard
Okay,
in my life.
You never heard those
There's
being
no-
called that?
Like no detail in her
but
face.
also, why is her finger like in her own ass?
She's like getting a wedgie out, I guess. I don't fucking know. That's a thing in anime. It happens a lot.
She literally is.
Yeah.
Oh.
You see that? She's literally picking a wedgie. She's fucking picking a wedgie. What the fuck?
Sage, you know
I
what-
thought her hand was just behind her back.
No,
No, I
fucking
thought her
really-
finger was just
No,
up her
because
own butt.
it's 100% like when like You should know. Like whenever a character's putting on like the
There's
fucking
zero
like bloomer
detail in her
shit,
face,
and then they
but
like
look at her
Bloomers?
stomach.
Yeah.
Like regular
Fucking-
underwear?
I told you, man. She got the
like
cum
that's
dick.
what the like that
I'm
short
not-
the short.
I'm
I
not
don't
touching
care.
that.
Like,
I don't
gym wear
care.
That's
outfit.
back.
Those are not bloomers,
That's
my
what they're
dude.
called.
No, bloomers are like
There's two versions.
Old-fashioned-
Bloomers are like shorts.
underwear.
I know, but the other things are also called bloomers.
I've never
What?
heard of them called
The
bloomers.
like the short like gym wear things that show up in anime a lot that girls wear. That's not
Those
a thing
called
anymore in Japan.
bloomers?
Yeah. And a lot of times in scenes, if it's like an ecchi anime, when they put them on, they like fucking like run their hand like to, so it's not just like up their ass when they put it on.
Yeah, but that's a bathing suit.
I don't fucking.
That's
I don't know what
always
you
that-
want me. I'm just telling you that it happens a lot.
Like,
so
why
that's
did you make the
figure's
figure
there.
like that?
Yeah, Michael
Also, those
Guy.
things are so not called bloomers.
They so are.
They so are not.
I can
Bloomers are like
I can pull up so
old-fashioned,
many tags.
billowy, like to your knees underwear. Anime
Just
bloomers.
gym shorts.
Every picture there is the exact thing I was talking about. Every single one.
All right. Well, look
That's
up
just
just
gym
regular ass
shorts.
bloomers because that's what I've never heard of
Anime
them.
bloomers. They are called bloomers.
I've never heard of them be called bloomers.
I don't know
ever
what you
once.
want from me.
See, that's
I,
what I was
I
thinking.
know. But if you put anime in it, that's what they're called. I'm right. I have seen a lot of things on the internet, all right? I
I-
know what it is.
I guess that's fair. I always just called them like
Shorts.
gym
Yeah.
shorts.
Yeah, no, but they're also definitely not a thing in Japan anymore. But, you know, anime's got an anime, so.
True.
Here in the United States, you still wear them in high school.
What's wrong
For-
with the figure?
What? Nothing. You said you wanted to see it.
No, he said it was shitty.
Oh, I don't know. I think he was just making. Yeah, I think he was just saying
Said that it was ugly.
that. Yeah.
Let me see it. Looks fine.
It looks okay.
Show
It's
me
not
the
like
other.
incredible, but
Yeah, show me. It's pop-up page. Go through.
Here, just take, because that way I'm not just sitting here. So, yeah. Who the fuck in America wears those things?
when you do like track or cross country.
Oh, okay, yeah, but not for like just gym.
No, we don't have gym uniforms. I don't. think.
Right. That's what I was like.
Unless you
yeah,
go
for
to, like, a
track,
private
but also
school.
not. But you don't have to wear those for track.
Actually, it's kind of shitty.
Yeah, like I don't know. I worked like a track thing and
I
My
know,
school
I
only
looked at
provided
it.
those.
really.
Like
It's-
if
I think it depends on the.
I had
schools.
originally
You
thought
could
about getting
wear
it for him, but I looked at it and I was like, this is
leggings
bad.
There's like
underneath.
this looks like it's made of the
But
clay.
if you were
Yeah.
running a team event, you had
That's
to
what I'm
all
saying,
choose
like,
to
that's why
wear
I
either
didn't.
the leggings underneath with the shorts over it or just the shorts. You had to look uniform.
Yeah, because I know. Well, because the event I worked, I know like I had to talk to some of them, and then at some point we were talking about like the runners brought up like the uniforms because of different schools had different stuff. Some of them had like the running shorts and like then the actual shorts where they're like thighs.
Right.
And they were like talking about how some of them had to wear one and the other, and they were like, oh, one girl said that it was like a choice. She was like, I don't know, I feel like I run better in like the what do you call them then? Because I feel like those are running
By
shorts.
the
What are
way,
the-
they're called bloomers because they mistook what the hell they were talking about.
sure, but they're
So
still
it's
called
a,
bloomers.
It's a katakana, so they linguistically borrowed a word that they didn't know.
Okay, but I wasn't wrong.
So there
So
are
they
people
are-
they're like they're called
not only
bloomers
Are you wrong?
even
They are
though
also wrong.
even though they are not bloomers.
Well, I was right.
I-
Still stand by
I
that.
just call
Technically
that,
the
like-
Japanese are wrong.
Yeah.
And you.
No.
I don't know. I always
Yeah, because if
call
those
it,
are
like-
if running shorts are like the shorts,
right.
Spandex.
Yeah, it's just spandex.
Yeah.
The skin tight
That
one.
Yeah.
spandex like
Yeah,
volleyball
spandex.
players wear.
No,
No, but-
he's talking about the difference between like the spandex, like
If we're talking
shorts
like if we're
versus,
using
like,
the
a
anime term
bikini
of
cut.
the like bloomers versus like
Yeah.
running
Yeah,
shorts,
spandex
like
versus running shorts.
because they're not spandex.
It is spandex.
or sometimes it is
Sage.
neoprene, like swimsuit fabric.
Yeah. But I mean like the brand spandex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but like some girl was like, oh no,
Spandex
I chose
shorts.
to do this. Like they had options between that and
Spandex shorts which are skin tight compared to running shorts which are loose.
No. He's not talking about the tightness. He's saying the kind that you can wear where it covers your thighs versus like a bikini cut.
Yeah.
where it does not cover your
Okay.
thighs. It's not in
Yeah.
relation to the tightness.
Yeah. Okay.
Because for most of the women's events, they're tight.
Yeah.
So he's just calling them shorts versus not shorts.
Yeah, I was trying to say what was the word. that
I
you
always
guys
just call them
said.
like bikini
Yeah.
boobs.
You just said
Okay.
bikini.
Gotcha. But yeah,
But like extremely unflattering.
Depends on who's wearing them.
yeah.
I guess that's fair, but most of the time they didn't look good on literally anybody.
Yeah.
I feel like. Actually, I'm not gonna say.
Nah,
anything.
go ahead, Kat.
Go ahead.
Yeah. You feel?
No.
How do you feel, Kat?
I don't feel anything.
It sounds like you feel a certain way.
She has an opinion about something.
No.
The look
She
in
sure
your
does.
eyes is telling me you feel something.
I was just
Go ahead,
gonna
Kat.
Say most of the girls have no body. They're just.
Yeah, very very small.
just-
Well, runners are
Yeah.
usually very
No.
toned.
They're just.
Very skinny.
Runners
A-
are
a
usually
stick.
thin.
They're
Yeah.
like boyish, so that's why you would think that it doesn't really.
I guess that's fair.
Look
Boyish was
good.
not the word I was going to go
Boyish
with.
should not have been the word to use there.
Well-
just skinny.
They're
would
just
have been a
toned. Runners are very toned.
I mean,
Nope, I've seen definitely ones that are not
flat.
toned.
She's saying they're flat.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go there.
Pencils. They are all pencils. No curves to be found.
I mean,
I mean,
they're
they're
petites.
they're high schools. Like they haven't
no,
developed.
even,
like
no,
so-
even like adults.
I
like
was thinking
whenever I
Kat was
watched
talking
the
about, like,
marathon,
Olympics or
when I was
shit like
yeah,
that.
whenever I watched the
wasn't thinking
marathon or like a
Olympics.
triathlon, they are.
I haven't watched the Olympics actually.
you were
so
thinking
small.
you were thinking children. Kat was thinking adults.
I was also thinking adults.
No,
Sorry.
I'm thinking
What is
children.
Kat was
happening
thinking
right
children.
now?
Yeah,
you were
I'm
thinking. I know I
thinking
said
children.
Kat, but
Are
I
you
meant
saying in
Sausage.
high school you're
Yeah.
not developed? Is that your argument?
Yeah, you develop while you're in high school. So there's a ton
Yeah,
of people
and if
that
you're
aren't.
super athletic, and all you do is run all day long, and you're like 85 pounds, you're probably not going to start developing anyway.
Don't the majority of women like finish growing at like
25.
sophomore year?
No,
I thought it was way earlier than men.
no.
They hit puberty
No.
way earlier.
Yeah.
Is it just
But
that?
you don't
Yeah.
finish
No.
growing.
Technically, nobody finishes growing until. Well, no, I thought the brain
No.
was 25.
Yeah.
Technically,
The body finishes. at some point.
Technically, your cells stop regenerating faster than they die at 25. So technically, you stop like biologically growing at 25. So
But
I'm
no.
already starting to die.
Usually,
I have a couple
like
more months.
usually like for girls, like you'll hit puberty and you'll see kind of like immediate differences right away,
Yeah.
right? Where it's like, oh, now I have boobs. This is weird. Oh, and now I have a shitload of acne. I hate my life. And then as you like get older, between I would say like 18 to 25, the differences like are still happening, but it's a lot more subtle, and it will be like internal differences.
You know
if
what
that
it
makes
was that I
sense.
You're
was thinking
unlikely
of
to start
height.
to keep growing by
Oh,
ages 18
I'm talking
to
like-
20.
Yeah.
What?
18 to 20 is where you are unlikely to have any significant growth.
Yeah.
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 You said that.
So
No,
you're
what I
done
was
before that point.
definitely
Yeah.
what I was thinking of for some reason was just height.
Oh,
Like
Okay.
women stop growing up.
oh,
Because
upward, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
by
yeah.
this it
That-
says by age 16 most at least males stop growing.
Yeah.
So unless you have a really late growth spurt.
No,
which
I just
think
kept
did,
saying-
'cause
I
I was,
just
I
kept
was
saying-
like
I thought
still
you
very
meant,
short
like-
by 16.
Well, when I was younger, I always just kept saying growing, and it just stuck into my head. It was just growing.
Oh,
but
'cause
it was definitely just meant to be height. Women
I
stop growing like in height. Like
yes, that would.
some
be
will
more
even
accurate.
stop before high school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like me.
Yeah, like you.
It's terrible.
Well, your genetics already put a cap on you.
And in elementary school, I was like one of the tallest, and then middle school happened, and then I stopped growing.
I was the
Yeah.
opposite. I was short. I was probably like, are you around Liz's height?
I'm 5'3".
So I think Liz might be like an inch shorter or something, but I was her height. And then I hit high school and I just shot up. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
like 8th grade, I think I was like still like
4'11".
4 feet. I was like not 4 feet. So like in my
4
in
feet in
the
8th
4
grade?
feet range. I was. I don't remember exactly where, but I was still like higher end of 4 feet.
Okay,
And then
that's really
the next.
short for 8th grade.
Yeah, well,
It's very short.
it was
for
also we think it was also because of like I mentioned earlier, like my meds. Like I
Oh,
didn't eat at
gotcha.
all for a really for 2 full years when I was
Your
on like
body
my
was
first
so
thing of
devoid
meds. Yeah.
of nutrients that they were like, yeah, no growing.
I
for you,
basically didn't
bitch.
eat anything for like 2 years, so I was like 64 pounds and 4'8",
Jesus
and
Christ.
then stopped taking meds, and then I was and then I was like started eating again, and then I hit my growth spurt.
At
So
least
like
it still happened. There's lots of people that it like stunts it and then it
Yeah.
just never happens.
Yeah, so ninth grade, I was still short, but I gained a lot of weight because I started taking new meds that like I retained water weight. So then I remember I was like heavy, and then 10th grade I stopped taking meds altogether, and then I like balanced out. I got taller and like held the weight, but because I was taller, it balanced out.
Right, you stretched out.
Yeah. So then I was fine, and they were like, "All right, kid, you're back on track. You're normal again. You're no longer overweight. You're no longer way underweight." Like there was a whole thing. They were like,
You're now nice in the middle.
"Yeah," they were like, "This kid's fucking emaciated. Like, what's going on?" And then
Emaciated?
it was your kid is now like arguably obese since he put on 60 pounds in 2 months.
Jesus.
And they were like,
You must have been very, very puffy.
"Oh yeah." Yeah. It was all water weight. So once I stopped taking that, I lost a good amount of it, and then I gained like actual good weight.
Right.
And then I was like 5'10", 5'11", whatever I am now. So it was like cool. Just in that 2-year span, it was super short and super skinny to still kind of short, very heavy to average height, average weight.
You did it.
Yeah.
Congrats on being average.
Great job. You finally got there.
Yeah, it just took a while. And I played
Only in
football for
body are
those
you
years.
average.
Only in body.
Only in body.
In mind, I am much, much worse.
I was gonna say I feel
Everything
like
else is just off the wall.
Yeah, they were putting me together, and they were like, "All right, what are we doing?" And whoever the fuck was making me was like, "I don't know, man. Just
one brain cell.
This
throw
is
whatever
the
you
closest-
got."
This is the closest Michael's
Whatever's
ever had
left
to a
over from
religious
the other
dogma.
ones.
Yeah.
Get
A
it
what?
there.
Of a religious dogma. He's there.
Yeah, and just like, I don't know, give him anime. That's all you got.
Give him anime.
But you can't give him anime until he's like in college.
Yeah.
You
Let
gotta-
him know about it, but never
You
never
gotta,
question it.
You gotta wait for it, and then he's gonna like go in.
Yeah. So yeah, and then just then that's all my life became for like,
A while.
yeah,
Good job.
yeah.
I feel like when I was really little, there would be anime like because Toonami on primetime was a thing, but I was like didn't really know what it was, and the first anime I watched was either Evangelion or
I'm
Gundam
sorry.
Wing.
Okay.
But I
Gross.
didn't
To
comprehend.
both.
I love Gundam Wing. It's so bad, but I
He
love
doesn't
it
like
so
mecha.
much.
I don't like giant robots.
Oh, I guess that's
I
fair.
think they're fucking stupid.
I think they're fun.
That's fair.
Did you watch like Toonami or anything as a kid?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I watch Inuyasha at 3 in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah, you
that-
got
that did it.
You gotta.
My favorite thing about
Okay,
Inuyasha
when I was
is-
growing up, it was all like, Naruto and One Piece and
Right.
shit
Yeah,
like
they had
that.
the big three, and they had Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Were they playing Yu Yu Hakusho on Toonami?
I
feel like
I don't
yes.
remember seeing it,
But I also feel like I could. Be
I
wrong.
probably just went to bed.
I was on the fucking 4Kids end of anime. I don't know how I ended up over there. So like,
What do you mean?
well, I've said it
Oh,
before.
like on
that,
WB?
Yeah. Like I said it before. Like I watched some anime, but it was all like on the 4Kids WB side, where it was like
Gotcha.
Wrong.
you know, yeah, like that's where I watched
So-
Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that.
And Pokemon
yeah.
and like Digimon.
yeah.
And
So I never actually watched Digimon. I thought it was inferior and I didn't like it.
Digimon is inferior.
I agree.
I was watching. I had Pokemon playing in the background the other day because usually like while I'm cooking or something, I'll just have like a show running that I'm not really watching.
Sure.
And so I have Pokemon playing in the background. And I don't know why I didn't realize this before, but the number of fucking puns these people make is so. Every other sentence is a goddamn pun,
Yeah.
and they're all
Yeah.
so bad. I'm like, why did I watch this as a child? Like,
Yeah.
my brain is gonna melt.
Yo, the greatest jelly donuts I've ever
Jelly
seen.
donuts.
on the
Yeah,
planet,
yeah.
bro.
They had some very interesting like
Yeah.
localizations.
It was very odd that they chose to.
Do that.
Yeah.
And-
Translate
but
that
But the thing
for
is,
that.
they would do those translations, but they wouldn't change what was physically on the screen
Nope.
because
Yeah,
like
not at
that's
all.
way too much work.
Yeah.
So we would.
That
Oni-
is-
onigiri,
is
but
so much.
jelly donuts.
That is so much work to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like way
They,
too much
they
effort.
literally could have just had rice balls.
They could have.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that would be
You wouldn't have-
non-American.
You wouldn't even have to explain
That would have been
it.
You
too
could
the
just be like,
explanation is in
yes,
the name.
rice.
Yeah, but that
Be
that
too
would,
easy.
Yeah,
Too
that'd be non-American. We don't have rice
So?
balls here. We have jelly donuts. But my favorite like little thing about Inuyasha is because I knew I still kind of know basically nothing about it. I know
Love
basics,
Inuyasha.
Right.
But is
Fucking
at one
love
point when I was
I
like,
love Inuyasha.
I was thinking about watching Inuyasha, and I was talking to Kieran,
It's
and
it's
yeah, and
rough.
Kieran was like,
Hated
oh
the
yeah, Inuyasha, my favorite show of all time. Would never tell anyone to watch it. Don't do
Yeah.
it. Don't watch it.
the
It
dub
does not-
the
it does not
dub
hold
is
up.
like so insufferable because
No.
it's a really
It's
good
like a 90s
example
dub.
of a really bad early 2000s
Or-
dub.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yes.
it is
Correct.
just
But that's also the only way I can watch it.
oh yeah no
Because
I refuse to watch it.
Grew up first time I watched it, it was all dubbed.
Yeah, you got
So it's like because it was on Toonami. It's like there were no real like websites yet where you could go and
it. Watch.
anime. I mean, there were, but it was also laced with hentai. So
Do you did you ever go,
Laced with hentai.
did you ever go through the phase of watching anime in parts on YouTube? Like
no.
okay, so when
No.
YouTube was like first a thing, people used to upload anime episodes.
Yeah.
But you could
People
only
still do this, to be
Yeah.
fair.
I guess it's true.
That-
but-
how-
but
that
it was-
absolutely.
That's
still
how I watched
happens.
Static
but it-
Shock for
but
a
it
while.
was a lot. I feel like it was more
Static Shock,
common
nice.
then.
Fucking love Static Shock.
That was how I watched
now
Static Shock
than-
for a while.
because now you have like a lot more options to watch anime. so
it's true.
a lot of people aren't going to YouTube to find anime, especially to watch it in fucking 6 parts because you can only
Yeah.
upload 5 minutes at a time.
Back then, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Static Shock was 4-part episodes every
Oh
time.
my god.
So it was like just going through, and then a lot of times it would be like repeated part of the clip, so then you'd have to like skip a few minutes
it would
in.
repeat like a minute, and you're like, I only get 5 minutes. Don't put this in there. I already saw that.
But yeah, so like I never knew much about Inuyasha. I just remember Kieran like, oh, like because I knew it was his favorite, and I was like, so I was thinking about watching it. He's like, yeah, favorite anime. Don't watch it. Nobody should watch this show. Awful show.
If I will absolutely rewatch it because I do unironically love Inuyasha.
I mean, I'll watch it. I'll
Also,
start it.
because Sesshomaru is a badass. Fucking love Sesshomaru.
Did you finish
Every
the new
time.
one?
Yashahime?
Yeah.
No.
I know you started it.
I started it and then I decided I didn't want to watch anime anymore, so I stopped.
He does that a lot.
Yeah, I have.
That's I told you. That's why I was like, I can't get this man to commit to.
I
Anime
have.
Club.
The thing is, like, I have to be in a mood to watch anime. Like, I've
That's
watched
fair.
a lot of anime. Like, grew up with it. I used to watch it like exclusively, and then I just burned myself out. So now I watch it in bursts,
Yeah, you gotta like do.
and
it's like-
then I'll watch like horror movies or like live action whatever.
Break it up.
Yeah,
yeah, it's like me. Like I'll watch like a bunch of new content, and then for like a month, I'm like, okay, I can only watch Friends for a month,
I don't know.
and then I can go
yes,
back to.
but not Friends.
I fucking love Friends.
I don't know. Like, I feel like it takes a very specific thing for me to like burn myself out on something. Like Marvel movies, I know so many people are like, I'm a Marvel burnout. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah,
nope,
I'm-
I'm still good. Let's keep
I
going.
am-
Like,
I'm so deep in the burnout right now. Like I could barely
mood.
watch.
I
I don't even
literally-
like Marvel.
I literally just
I'm burnt
rewatched
out.
every single Marvel content that's out, like MCU wise, not the Netflix shows. For the last month,
we
and I'm
watched
still like, all right, cool,
every-
new shit. Let's keep going. Like,
I watched every movie with him except for the Incredible Hulk.
yeah, you refuse.
Hate the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
And then I rewatched the
I think
shows.
that's all right to
It's
skip.
such a shitty movie.
It's really bad.
It really is. It's I think I have it listed as the worst MCU movie on my list at the moment,
Yeah,
followed by Captain
all down
Marvel
there for me.
and Eternals. Those are my bottom 3.
I feel like
Thor: The Dark World is only above those 2 movies because the banter in Thor 2 kind of good.
the banter is funny, but the general movie is bad.
100%. But the banter is fun, and I never had that moment in Eternals
Also,
or
Eternals-
Captain Marvel.
They miss.
Eternals
they
was
should-
incredibly boring.
They
Oh
should
my
have just made it a show. It would have been way better as a show
What I find funny about
because you'd have
Eternals
so much more time
is that nobody
care about
gives a
these
shit.
people.
Nobody gives a shit about the Eternals. Not even in the comics. Nobody
No.
cares ever. And like that movie is so hard to like have an opinion on because it's just so nothing. Like just nothing that happens is interesting, and you're just like, it's
if
just.
I have the
eh.
same problems with Eternals that I had with Cats,
Thought
that's
you were just
not
gonna say
good.
cat.
No.
Did you like sort of
Cat-
face
sorry,
your
I
way
didn't- I
this
didn't-
way?
I didn't mean to.
You're like that I have with cat.
Yeah.
Like what
Dude,
is
Cat
happening?
is
Fuck
so
Cats.
boring.
Because
Have
both-
you ever seen Cat streams?
Yeah, I like
Boring.
them.
rough. Have you
Horrible.
even seen
No,
one of my
not
shows?
one. Have you streamed since I've known you?
That's a fair point.
But Cats and Eternals have the same problem in that like the majority of the movie is character introduction, and then you get to the ending.
Yeah.
It's
And I'm
just-
like,
it's so
why the
boring.
And it's
Fuck,
also,
like,
it just looks
release
like
the butthole cut. of
vomit.
Cats.
Like I don't understand.
Yeah, like I still have to like rearrange this list because I haven't really messed with
Sorry.
it
Sorry. There was
since I
another
redid
movie
the
that
watch.
was like
But
that
like
too, where it was a lot of character introductions.
I feel like Captain Marvel is
the
the same thing. Captain Marvel is nothing, and also the character does not change
No.
at all through the entire movie. The only
She
enjoyable
doesn't
part
progress at all.
Yeah, the only enjoyable part of Captain Marvel is Samuel L. Jackson, and I love Brie Larson. I think she's great in basically anything I've watched her in. So like, it has nothing to do with Brie Larson being Captain Marvel. I
think
just
they just
think
wrote
they just
her-
wrote her really shitty.
Super
She's really
wooden.
attractive in Scott Pilgrim.
She really
That's
is.
the only thing
Envy,
I know about
Envy
Brie
Adams,
Larson.
very attractive.
Oh my god, she is gorgeous.
But they
Um,
made her so fucking wooden, where it's just like
Yeah, she's does nothing in that movie, and then she doesn't change at all. She doesn't have an arc.
No.
Like the only enjoyable part about that movie is Samuel L. Jackson because he's just charismatic as shit,
yeah.
and like he's great, but it just doesn't save the movie at all, really. And then the other times Brie Larson showed up as Captain Marvel, like she hasn't gotten enough like to really feel like, oh, she can do this role really well. It's not her. It's just like it doesn't seem like they don't know what to do with
Because
her.
they keep writing, they're like, okay, we're gonna start off with Captain Marvel, and they wrote her wooden in that, and they've just kept the through line of her being super wooden.
Or she's not around enough to give her
She's just-
anything else.
yeah,
The
'cause-
the most character she has ever gotten was during Endgame when Peter's holding the fucking gauntlet and he's like, "Hi, I'm Peter Parker," and then she's like, "Oh, hi, Peter Parker. You got something for me?"
Yeah.
Like, it's the only time she's been like, "Oh, that was kind of charming."
Where she's like,
Like-
an actual human being.
Yeah.
and then the girl power scene right after that.
Which again, totally fine for. I understand that like there's that moment made a lot of like young girls like really happy and stuff. But
Captain
realistically,
Marvel
Captain
did
Marvel
not
did not
need
need any of those
help.
people's help.
No,
at all.
absolutely not.
She just plows through everyone on that field, and they try to make it seem like they're helping. They weren't doing shit.
It really was a poor. It was poor timing.
It
for
was.
that. They
Yeah.
could have put that in anywhere else.
If they put it in before Captain Marvel
But-
showed up on the battlefield,
Yeah.
would have been great
Like, you
because
can't-
everyone else is on level playing field.
You
Like
really-
Valkyrie could kick anyone's ass in that, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Like,
all of those women, like they're perfectly fine heroes on their own part, but
I love when
you
Mantis
can't-
shows
you
up and you're like,
cannot-
"What, Mantis? What are you gonna do?"
you cannot have this whole group of like women and then one of them be essentially Superman.
Yeah.
Because this
You
is like
can't just have, like,
here's a bunch of civilians and
Primarily
Superman.
humans and then like a literal god.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do with
And
that?
it really does diminish it because it's literally just she's a flying nuke.
Yeah, like it's like Gamora, excellent combatant. I know in the comics, in the comics, Mantis is also an insanely good fighter. Like I know that, but she's not in the movies.
Nah.
So like Mantis, what
In
the
the
fuck is she gonna
movies-
do?
in the movies,
really
she's a
at
Zodiac
all?
girl.
Right.
Yeah, and then like you have the thing where like all of them start walking up, and you're like, okay, like Pepper Potts' rescue. You're Iron Man, so all right, sure, like whatever. Then you got Gamora, who's like, yeah, you're super strong, but you also have the speed of running. So
Yeah.
like, how are you gonna help this person that
Yeah.
can fly through the speed of light?
Speed
like,
of running.
like, you know, like
Very like human
yeah,
level.
where you're just like
About
I-
15 miles an hour.
Yeah, and then you got like Valkyrie, who's on a
Hell
fucking
yeah.
Pegasus, and you're like, all right, like, it's just if they did it without her there, you'd be golden.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, I understand it's not there for that. It's there just for the moment, for
Right.
like all the like you little like the young girls and teenagers to be
The-
like, yeah, like that's cool.
Captain Marvel is in Infinity War, right?
She
That's the ending.
She technically is. She's in the beginning. When at the very beginning she shows up and then
Oh,
they go
in
and
the
decapitate
conference?
Thanos. In
No.
Infinity War, like in the start of the movie is. Oh, sorry. That's the end of the movie.
That-
She shows
yeah,
up at the end.
That's the end of the movie.
She shows up at the end.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought the end.
She
of
shows
the-
up in the like,
I-
end credit.
I thought
Yeah.
the end credit was him like doing the 911 beeper.
Oh yeah, no. She shows up in Ant-Man. I think the end credit for that, or is that when they disappear? She shows up at an end credit for one of the movies between Infinity War and Endgame. She's an end credit.
I don't know that she is.
She is, because there's a moment where they're like, I'll
Look it up.
Yeah,
because
I know it is. I
the-
literally just
the
watched
only
these.
end credit that I can think of that she would be like relevant to is Infinity War, where
It's she presses the
Nick
button.
Fury is-
She presses the button, and then there's an end credit in one movie where they have the pager and it's sending a signal out. And they're like, it's sending a signal somewhere, and then it stops. And they're like, well, we have to get it back online. And then
Right.
she
She-
just shows
she
up. And,
walks
yeah,
up,
she
yeah.
walks up and is like,
Oh.
I'm here. Where's Nick Fury? And
So maybe that is Infinity War.
no, I think it is.
No,
a
that would
different
be
movie.
too late.
Yeah,
yeah.
I believe it. I believe it's a movie after that, which is why I'm thinking it's either Ant-Man or I think Ant-Man was the only movie between those two.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Yeah.
might be right.
I think that was the only movie between them.
No, can't be. Well,
I feel like
Might be.
that's plausible that it was the one in between.
because it wasn't the end
Ant-Man and the
credits.
Wasp was in between, but there might have
wasn't
been
the
another
end
one.
credits scene for Ant-Man and the Wasp when
when they disappear.
yeah.
Okay, well that seems like that is what that is. So, what the fuck movie was between those?
You
Because
made
it's,
it all up.
No, I know it's. I know what happened. You were there.
No,
Man,
I-
he would have, dude. If he had that kind of creativity, he would have just been a writer. Like, fuck it, get him in the.
He can barely read, all right?
He doesn't read.
He
I
doesn't.
don't.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
How did you make it through college? If you don't read.
If that'd be
At
self-incrimination.
Baylor, it was really easy.
That'd be self-incrimination. I plead the fifth.
Oh, I thought you were going to
There's
like
a statute of
audiobooks.
limitations for cheating
Have
in
I hit
college.
that yet?
Yeah, it's called graduation.
Yeah.
No,
you
they can
graduated-
take diplomas
No,
away.
Yeah.
They can take
yeah,
diplomas
they can
away.
take it
They're
away.
not going to.
Because I looked it up because I almost said something way back in the past. I was like, oh wait, what is it? I think it's like 8 years.
What?
Yeah,
Because they definitely listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
totally.
Baylor's watching you.
Oh, it was Captain Marvel.
No, Jesus Christ is watching him.
The end of Captain Marvel is when she shows up.
That would make sense. Captain
Oh.
Marvel.
I
Was
forgot
in
that
the
was
past,
between those two,
was
but that
before.
makes sense because they needed the movie to come out before she showed up in
Yeah.
Endgame.
Yeah.
Yes, that does make
Yeah.
sense.
So the end credits for Captain Marvel is when she like shows up,
Gotcha.
and then she's in the beginning of Endgame and the end of Endgame.
Also,
yes.
I know I told Michael this, but I'm terrified for the next Marvel movie that we end up going to go see. Because
Thor:
in,
Love and Thunder.
in every single one of them, whenever there's like a random cameo or someone shows up, we've been like emphatically clapping because we just make fun of all the people that do that.
So Endgame, it was just like, all right, new scene,
Yeah,
new scene.
No, but it's been for like I think we started at like phase 2, so it's like anytime someone shows up, we're like, woo! It's like in our basement.
Oh my goodness.
And it's every movie, so I'm terrified when we go, and it's just gonna automatically.
Oh, you're
it's
gonna be in
a
the theater.
reflex.
You're like, yeah, yeah.
But there's gonna be
don't
people
care.
that cheer with you. Like
No,
that's the
no,
worst
it'll
part.
be the one
I
time.
one time.
every time I go to a movie theater, I'm like, if anyone makes one single fucking noise while I am watching this movie,
I hate.
You have
I
to
hate
leave.
when people do that.
Yeah.
Like,
I
shut the fuck.
I
up.
know
when they think
I
it's
normally
funny
do,
and they like say like TikTok trends
Yeah,
or
I
like stuff
normally
like
do
that, I'm
hate
like,
it.
stop speaking.
I normally hate it a lot, but for like first viewings of things, like when I went and saw Endgame, like midnight viewing, in, like
Right.
IMAX, like that shit was funny to me, like fun to me,
Right.
except for the specific moments, like in Infinity War, like when Peter starts dusting,
right?
there's just some dude
Wow,
just went
spoilers.
ha, and I was like, all right, man, and then then like.
Nah, I'm with him. Fuck Spider-Man.
And then-
Spider-Man's a bitch.
And then the same thing happened when I went to Endgame, which was when spoilers when Iron Man died, and he's somebody again just went ha,
Maybe
and I
it
was
was
like,
the same
It's the
guy.
same guy.
It's the same guy.
He doesn't like either one of those
like
characters.
those were the 2 times where I was like Marvel almost got a tear out of me, and then the guy laughed, and then I was like, it's gone.
It's
Moments
over.
ruined.
I'm good now.
Spider-Man, Dustin, he goes, ha, goes to Endgame, Spider-Man, okay, you go, fuck.
But
Also, people who bring actual babies
Oh, yeah.
to movie theaters, I'm like, first of all, why? You know the baby is gonna start crying because every single movie has extremely loud noises and there's like crazy shit flashing on the screen all the time. What do you expect to happen?
went
That's
to go
the perfect
see-
place for a baby to sleep.
I
What are
went
you
to go see
talking-
Candyman,
Yeah.
the new one,
Yeah.
in theaters, and someone brought like a 7-year-old.
Why do you want to
That's a
traumatize your
horror
kid?
movie,
Why do you
right?
want to traumatize
Yes, that's a horror
fucking
movie.
kids?
But I will say sometimes, like I
Maybe
said,
they
sometimes
didn't realize Candyman.
Candyman
they were
is-
like, this is where my child belongs.
Really, Candyman isn't like all that
it really is
like scary. It's not really jump scares, but there are some pretty gruesome murders in there. Because
But,
I
like-
mean, there's only so like, PG you can make a guy with a hook
Yeah.
that like literally like stabs people and then rips them open
Right.
from gut to gullet, as he
But
says.
sometimes it's fun, like for Marvel movies, I feel like opening night, like past that, I feel like it should be chill. But like opening night for that kind of stuff, I feel like it's fine to me at least. But then there's other times where like when I was in Texas, I went to go see, I don't remember what horror movie it was, but it was a horror movie, and there
year?
was just what.
What year?
It would have been when I was, so it would have been 19 or 18.
It Chapter 1.
No,
I don't
not
know.
that one. But anyway, so not the point. But like, there was this very southern black lady who was very animated, and it was just every time like they would go open a door, she'd be like, "Don't go in there,
Yeah.
don't do it," and it'd just be like, "Oh, I told you, you're fucking dead."
Yeah.
Like that shit, amazing.
Yeah.
The best experience for a movie
Oh, yeah.
ever. I would pay to have that lady come to
Oh my
movies with
God.
Yeah.
me.
You should have asked her.
No, absolutely.
When I saw
That happens a lot in the South, and it
It's
is fucking
so
amazing
good.
every time.
I saw Birds of Prey in theaters, and some girl and her boyfriend were sitting behind us, and this girl, I
Fucking
was
the
like,
whole time.
you might, I was like, I think this girl might actually have some kind of like problem. She was so fucking stupid the whole movie. Oh, they're doing this now? Why are they doing that? Oh, they're doing that. Did you see them do that? The whole movie, I was like, I'm gonna fucking
You
stab
didn't
this
say
bitch.
anything?
I never, ever will confront anyone because I'm too afraid.
But
it was
no.
infuriating.
You-
I didn't know we had the
surprised.
commentary version of this.
I'm surprised. I thought you would have said something about that.
No, because one, people are fucking crazy.
I guess that's true.
And two,
But they don't know that you're not fucking crazy.
I guess
Yeah,
that's
but, like,
fair. But they will
I-
find out right away that I'm
But
not
fucking
crazy.
crazy people don't think that.
Yeah, like I figured that you.
They
But,
just
like, I
come
can
in.
definitely out crazy that
Yeah.
person's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always figured that you would be the person, like you and Kat would be the person, like in the TikTok sound where it's like, "Turn off the flash, you fucking idiot."
Yeah, I would do something like that
I
though.
fucking
Like,
love that sound all the time. Turn off the flash, you fucking idiot.
it's just like
all
such
Star
perfect
Wars.
timing. But yeah, I'm also surprised that you wouldn't.
No, I won't even like honk at people if they cut me off.
Oh my god, I lay on my horn. I take a nap on that horn. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, people will cut me off. Like, you can do basically anything.
someone
I
will
will-
inch towards me and I'll be like, get the fuck away from me.
Cat, that does not surprise me at all.
I start doing like CPR and that shit. I'm like,
You have to replace the air in your horn like every 4 months.
Someone can physically cut me in line, and I still won't say
Oh
anything.
my
Someone
god.
could-
what is wrong with you?
No.
Yeah, cut her as in like pull a knife.
Stab me, and I'll be like,
Ah,
all right.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're right. I got in the way of your knife.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry. I was
Is
in the way.
it dirty? I can clean it for you. I'm really sorry.
No, because I'm just like, don't ever want to chance it, you know? Because there are some people who are just like,
Yeah, there's horror stories.
You know what I
Especially
mean?
with driving. There is like
Yeah.
horror stories about that. So I guess that's fair.
I'm just, you know what?
Could be worse.
Like maybe I
I
wouldn't
will
do it
suffer
Could be in
in
Texas.
silence.
maybe I wouldn't do it at night.
Yeah, no.
But like during the day, is someone gonna come at me with a bat? Possibly, but there are at least people around. So.
a bat.
That
Oh, we're in the north. That's right.
That's like that seems like a normal object
You
to
know,
have.
there's no permitless carry in New York.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, like I feel like it definitely depends because there's also things where like when I go to horror movies, since they don't usually ever scare me, I base my like judgment of if it's a good horror movie or not based on the crowd. So like if people like jump scare or whatever and like or that's why I didn't think it chapter 1 was good because basically the entire time I was sitting there the crowd was like laughing. And I was like, this seems like a horror movie that's not doing its job.
That's
very
also
well.
just such a poor way to judge a movie.
Because I don't, if it doesn't really scare me, and like I don't have an interest a lot, like in what's happening, then I just use an audience reaction of if it's like
Okay.
good as a
Wait,
horror.
So if
movie.
you're
That's
not
fair.
interested in what's happening, what's the point of going?
That-
He wants to watch the crowd.
Well, no, because like
Not the movie.
I had the same question.
He turns
but I
around and
went
he
with
just
it.
Yeah.
literally stares
well,
at
no,
him.
because when I was doing that a lot, it was just because I was already in Texas and movies were so cheap. I was
Yeah.
going and seeing everything.
In Waco, it's $7 for non-matinee. Matinee,
Wow.
it's $5.
Wow.
God, dude,
Yeah.
you're the fucking Galaxy.
Galaxy 16 in
So
Waco, Texas.
Great.
We had a budget movie theater at my school. It was $1.50 during the day. or
Why do they even
th-
charge at that point?
Or three?
It sounds like more work.
because it was movies that like came out like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
You know
Old
what I mean?
movies.
And then if you wanted to see it at night, it was $3.
Wow.
It was incredible.
But even the Cinemark in Waco is
And then-
cheaper than
And I think they
Yeah.
had $2
here.
Tuesdays.
Cinemark in
So Tuesday
Waco.
nights
I
it was
think
$2.
is.
but it's so cheap,
I
like,
went to go see
'cause if
3 movies. They were 10,
More people are gonna go on Tuesdays.
20.
It's like
maybe.
Right.
I'll just pay the extra $1
do
and go the other
you
day.
guys get
less
like
busy.
popcorn and stuff when you go to theaters and like
Yeah.
drinks?
It depends on the day. I usually try not to because it's $1 billion.
Yeah.
But like sometimes if I'm just really feeling it, then
I
like, I, will.
usually don't just because like if I get a drink, I feel like I refuse to leave during movies. Like as a point, like I
You
try
just-
my
you-
best to never.
You can't
leave.
just hold your bladder.
Well,
if
no,
you've
like I
got
mean,
a
like
drink.
no, like just because I don't want to have to worry about
Now
it.
he's 7.
Yeah.
No, I
no, just
I need
because
to go now.
no,
I am
just because
notorious.
I don't want to sit there and be like, oh fuck, I really have to go to the bathroom, and then so I have to wait.
Every movie, I always get popcorn and I always get a drink, knowing I'm gonna finish that drink before the movie even starts. And then halfway through the movie, I have to get up and go to the bathroom, and I go, "Tell me what happens while I'm
She
away."
No, I
also
don't get
she
it.
also has no self control.
No, it's like I can and I have. It's just like I don't want to, so I just don't get a drink. And then like also I usually don't get food because like it. Like if I'm in the theater, it
Not
feels like it's
focus on, like,
it's
eating
distracting
and
me.
looking.
I'm the
Because
type of
you know
person
when
who would
you
walk
chew,
in
it's
with
like-
dinner. Like I would bring Chipotle, like a
And
full
you're
bowl. I'm
like-
not getting chips.
She
like
brings like a fucking
I-
roast
me,
chicken.
no, literally, me and Fiora would do that all the time. We would bring in like gallon lemonades. I'm not even kidding, and we would just
I
go
will-
and watch movies.
The
I
difference
will-
was the Alamo Draft House. Alamo Draft House.
Well,
Throw those roofs out the
I
window.
still would because I don't want theaters to die.
Like purchase the.
Theaters are currently dying.
sure
Like
are.
they
Oh, yeah.
they don't get any money from tickets.
Oh no,
So it's all concessions.
Yeah.
So it's like I
That's why it's
will.
$1 billion.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
yeah, that is why.
I didn't know that, but the tickets are expensive too,
Yeah, but
That's
most
just
of that
New
stuff
York.
goes
and they're
to
not getting anything off of it.
most.
I don't think
I
so,
mean,
no.
they get a percentage, but most
It's
of
like
most of it goes
$16
to
for
Yeah.
a ticket.
yeah, but most of it goes to the like
well,
the studios.
But
yeah,
Think
but
about
they
how
get
many
like a
people-
5% cut.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
5% of like $16
Makes sense.
and think about like how many people are actually going to theaters now.
Not a lot.
yeah,
Like
So
in
like
the last
I mean
10
even
years
then,
even.
yeah, theaters have been dying for the past
COVID
like,
just
15 years.
Yeah,
speeded it
COVID
up.
fucked that even worse.
Because I remember when I was younger, like
That's
when
why
I-
we get that shitty AMC goddamn commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, like you could go to a theater basically like any day of the week.
Any time of the day, and it was always like
and there would
packed.
be people
Yeah.
there. But
Yeah.
like
I don't-
now,
but,
like
I
I've
love
gone and
theaters.
seen. I remember when Kirsten and I went to go see the Neon Demon. It was just me and her in
Oh
the
my God.
entire
That
theater.
happened
What-
so
Neon
and it was,
Demon.
What did
and
we
it was
just
like
I have
9
not-
pe-
we
it-
saw
it was
Crimes
like
of the Future.
nighttime.
Yeah, Crumbs of
Yeah.
the Future. There was
Great. Loved
3
it.
people in that theater besides us, and one of the persons was just
One of the people?
Yeah, no, one of the persons.
Okay,
One of the
sure.
persons.
That guy did not buy a ticket.
he was just standing in the exit thing the entire time. He
No,
didn't
that's
sit-
the
he didn't
same
get a
guy that
seat.
walked in the first time.
Oh, was
he
standing there?
walked in, stood in the center at the very like front row and just looked up.
That's a power
And we
move.
were just like Michael and I think we just watched him for like 10 minutes because he was just standing there. We're like, what are you doing?
And then he just stood the entire.
and then
movie
and
off
then
to
he
the
and then he
side.
sat down and we're like, okay. And then we went back to the movie. And then at some point I saw him get up and leave. And then he would just stand in the aisle. And I was like, does this guy have a gun? Like, is he deciding whether or not to shoot the 3 people in this,
Oh my
in this
God.
theater? No, he was
So
just weird.
horrible.
He
Yeah.
just was weird.
You know what I think is
Great movie,
the
by the
worst
way. Love
things.
it. He loves sex and surgery.
What?
Crimes of the Future.
Oh.
It's a body horror movie.
Oh god.
Oh.
Cronenberg, baby.
Yeah, it sure was something.
I think the worst thing that happens when I go to the theater is Mark a lot of times will fall asleep. Even if it's a movie he wants to see and he
I
is
hate him.
interested.
I hate it.
is
I
awful.
hate to tell you this. I hate him.
It is terrible. And the worst part
I've
is
met him once
it's
when I was
not even
drunk.
like, oh, he's just gonna doze off and no one will know he's asleep. He starts snoring.
Oh my God.
And I'm like,
No, I hate him.
babe, are you
Embarrassing. Oh
fucking
my
kidding
God.
I'm breaking
me?
up with
I
Mark.
literally will wake him up several times.
I I know I snore, so that's
And
why.
that's why
if I
I-
know I'm gonna fall asleep during a movie, I'm not gonna.
Mark and I literally
not gonna
tell
go to
him,
the
he goes,
theaters.
I want to see this movie. And I say to him, so you can fall asleep or will you actually stay awake?
That's why he goes to just like fall
Could you
asleep.
fucking imagine?
He actually
fall
can't
asleep at
sleep
home. Yeah.
anywhere
Because
else.
he gets, because you know, it's like the lights go down and stuff. He just gets so relaxed and cozy, and he's just like, all right.
Oh my god.
I'm like, I
I've
don't
only
fair,
fallen
the
asleep
chairs
in
at
one
the
movie
AMC
Just
before.
go into
Very
the
comfortable.
IMAX because
Yeah.
it's shit. The IMAX at
Yeah, because they don't recline.
here, yeah, they're awful chairs.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't.
But they're the same
just
chairs. They
straight
still
up.
recline.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they also are like so straight up. They're uncomfortable.
90 degrees.
Like
I
they
will
are
say-
basically 90 degrees.
I
Like,
will say though, I do
there's
miss.
no budge.
I
There's-
do miss the Alamo Drafthouse. The Alamo Drafthouse is like my favorite theater experience.
Yeah.
That's in
general.
Texas?
Yeah.
No. The Alamo Draft House? No. It's in North Carolina.
I was gonna say Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
It's in Nevada.
It's actually on the strip.
Illinois.
It's only in South Dakota.
I hate it here. I'm leaving.
But yeah, so like the Alamo Drafthouse is like my favorite like theater experience. Because sometimes they do like themed foods for whatever movie's coming out.
That's
cool.
cute.
Like they give you a menu, like you like if you're putting in the orders, like they'll never break line of sight. They yell at anybody who fucking like makes noise. They kick them out.
yeah.
And like besides like like cheering kind of thing, like if you're watching a Marvel movie, but like it depends even still. Like if it's far enough removed, they might kick you out. And their food is so good.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
It is a restaurant and movie theater.
Yeah, and
I've
it's
never
just,
been to one of those before.
Yeah,
the
it's-
Alamo Draft House is a cut
I think
above.
we have
Do
one.
we
There
have one
technically
here?
is one
I think
here,
it's
but I
like
don't.
45 minutes away. Like
Yeah,
it's
I
not
don't
like
know if
here,
it's part of the
here.
same
Oh, okay.
chain though. Do they have any that are out of Texas? I thought it was just like something like stealing the name or franchised.
I don't know. I'm from Texas.
You know what I think was
I
a
don't-
good, like, not really movie theater because it was a drive-in, but the one that's upstate is $10 for 2 movies, and you only have to pay per car,
Oh,
which I'm like, that is so.
that's a good deal.
It's so cheap.
Yeah.
And they have a concession stand, which is also surprising. Like, it's not cheap. It's still like kind of overpriced, but it's
not,
not
as bad
like
as
super
like
bad.
AMC or something.
Yeah, but we went up there a couple of times, especially during quarantine and stuff, because you couldn't leave your fucking house, and I was actually about to kill people because I was so stir crazy. And I was like, oh, a drive-in. I don't have to look or talk to literally anybody. I'm just in my own car. And they had like, regular like hot
Oh
dogs,
shit, there
hamburgers,
are
type deal thing.
3 Alamo
was-
Draft House in New York City.
Really?
Fuck, we should go to one.
I'm
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, we should.
Hell
Sounds
yeah.
fun.
Slice of home.
Oh god, they're opening one in Staten Island. Oh, that's a
Okay,
shame.
we're not going to Staten Island though.
Well, I would never go to Staten Island regardless.
Yeah, no, it is a fucking huge
Yeah,
pain
no.
in the ass.
Alamo Draft
But
House.
I'll go to the one in.
fucking baller.
Manhattan.
Not
Manhattan
sponsored,
or
but
Brooklyn.
it could be.
Yeah,
Could be.
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm from Texas.
I would 100% accept an Alamo Draft House sponsor. I don't care if we're in New York. Like, well, I'll show the shit out of the 2 that are in here, dude.
And 3
Well,
one Staten
okay,
Island.
Yeah,
hold
3.
on. Let's go there first.
Yeah,
Then we'll decide.
that's true. The
It's
ones
only good in Texas.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's possible. Sometimes if you franchise far enough out, there's not enough
Yeah.
That's
quality
true.
control to enforce it.
Yeah.
But regardless, Alamo Draft is fucking good, dude. And their food is incredible. Like and
What
they
ki-
also make bomb ass shakes.
It's
Yeah.
like food.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
Real food, like
It's
a
food.
real menu.
You get, yeah. They will make you like whole ass pizzas.
Wow.
burgers.
Burgers.
I
They
just
have like
really like-
specialty popcorn.
Yeah.
I just really like the idea of like
wings.
themed stuff for
Yeah,
the movie.
that sounds
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
has. It's usually like big movies, like
Yeah,
big ass
yeah, yeah.
blockbusters. Because I went a good amount of times, and the only time I had ever gone that they had something was for Isle of Dogs.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, like it's so good. Their wings kind of fire.
Yeah.
Kind of great. But yeah,
I don't
and
know.
it's great. And then if you ever need anything after like the initial run, because you try to put in your order before the movie even starts, and then if you need anything at any other point, you like put a white piece of paper up with whatever you like. You write down whatever you want, and then you put it in. And they take it.
SOS.
So actually, you can do that too.
Hungy.
Huh. Hungry.
Well, yeah, like you can use the cards to file a complaint against someone that's talking, or like if,
Yeah.
if someone's being weird or uncomfortable or something, like you
Oh,
can.
that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Alamo Draft House, really cool. When they filed for
Hey.
bankruptcy for a little bit, I was fucking like
Everyone go visit
so
the Alamo
distraught.
Draft House.
Yeah. Anyway,
Get a beer.
Yeah, get a beer, or don't. Don't drink if you don't want to.
Drink. Do it. Even if you don't want to, drink. Makes you 80% cooler. And probably more fun.
That's why I guess I'm not that cool.
No.
Or fun.
It's absolutely true. You're not fun because you
God.
hate fun.
It's like
not
smoking.
Not because you don't drink.
Smoking makes you 30% cooler, which is down from when smoking was really cool.
Anyway, hey, thanks for watching this week's episode of the Vaguely Anime Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you watch us on YouTube. If you're streaming us, don't forget to follow, leave a review, and like. Don't forget to check out Anthony at Super Milkshake on YouTube, Kat at Kat the Moonstar on Twitch. Maybe
never
she streams. Maybe she doesn't.
She
Who
By the time
fuck
this
knows
comes
anymore?
out, maybe.
She
Now,
never
you
streams.
said that in the last one that I've been editing, and that's coming out
She
Okay,
never
like
streams.
okay.
tomorrow.
But I only started my new job I've only been in it for like 2 months, so I'm still like stressed and figuring it out. You know?
Excuses.
After 2 months?
Do you know how to do payroll?
No. But I'm not an idiot.
Anyway, thanks for watching. You have 4 more weeks to watch Only Yesterday, Anthony's pick for Anime Club. So don't forget to watch that, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
See you later.